In this video I'll be showing you how to set up a Connect Tree tent. Let's see what's in the bag. You've got the fly sheet, 3 ratchets, a set of poles, the tent itself, a user manual, and 3 pegs. So the first thing to do is put your strap around the tree. You can take the loop end and walk it round your tree and come back, get your strap, set it at the height you want, and then simply thread the tail through the loop and pull it and cinch it tight. So the first thing we need to do is lay out the Connect so that all the corners are pointing to the trees that we're going to be anchoring to. So let's do that. Okay, that's about right. Now we'll attach the ratchets. Just like with all of our tents, you've got a ratchet loop. You put the loop through the D-ring and then the ratchet through the loop. You do that on all 3 sides, cinch it up tight, ready to go. Then we can take the ratchet strap, thread it through the spindle. Now the first time we do this, we're going to eye it because we don't know exactly where the equal central point is between these 3 trees. So the way I do it is I stand on the end of this strap and give it a couple of pumps so I've got something to pull against. So now we've taken it loosely off the floor into position. You can see that all these seams and the strap run in a straight line, and we're aiming for this pole socket to be in line with the strap. So I'm going to look down the strap and it's pointing vaguely at the pole socket. So you get 2 poles with the Connect and you can feed them both in from the same side. Connect poles are pre-curved because they've got quite a bend on them. So one goes that way and the other one goes this way. And if you over push them a little bit, you can find the 2 pole sockets, and this pole is pointing to that one and this pole goes into that one. Once both poles are in their sockets on this side, come round to the other side and you take a pole in each hand and push. And up pops the top, and you just simply put that one in there and that one in there, and the Connect's ready. The Connect's got a lot of doors, 4 doors, 2 each side, and both sides open up pretty much fully, and you can roll up the netting and just use the toggles and loops to hold them fast and get them out of the way. And do set up your Connect higher in the tree so that you have to use one of the ladders to get in, then one of the things you're going to need is a handle to pull yourself up. So that's what this handle is for pulling yourself up when the Connect is set at a higher height than this. Both sides come with pockets. You've got pockets down here and pockets up here. So each person's got a couple of pockets both sides, and you've also got space at the back there with a luggage strap rucksacks in the tail, and then this will hold it in place. You also got places in the corners where you can stuff small things, gloves, hats, socks. Now it's time for the fly sheet. Now, fly sheet on the Connect's slightly easier than some of the other models because it's not symmetrical on every side. You've got a tail, and the tail you'll find looks like this. It's got 3 seams coming together. 1, 2, 3. That's the tail. Pulling the fly sheet with me, and when we get here we can simply clip those 2 bungees to the back of the ratchet, not to the front of the ratchet, but to the back plate of the ratchet. And then I'm going to do the opposite side first so I can pull it over as I'm walking forwards. Now you can clip these to the back of the ratchet. The other way you can do it is by lacing them up the strap like this, which means you can have your ratchet at the other end by the tree if you wanted to, and that will grip it very nicely. New fly sheets for 2017 will have these corner attachments, which have a C-clip and a release buckle, and they just stretch and clip on to the handle of the ratchet like that, giving you better coverage and a more secure fixing. Then you get your 3 pegs and your 3 bungees. You simply hook your bungee to the hook on the fly sheet and see where it pegs out best, and then drive your stake in. Down the centre of the Connect you'll find a strap with an adjuster buckle. Now you'll see this is really loose. I should probably have tightened it up before I completely tightened up the rest of the tent, but what this does is it will create the floor and divide it into 2 separate hammocks. The way it is right now, you've got 1 huge hammock, which is great for cuddling, but if there's 2 of you that don't like to roll into the centre, you're going to tighten this central strap so it's really nice and tight, and that will create the divider between the 2 separate hammocks. You can attach your ladder either on this side and this side, or this side and this side. And if you're using Connect as part of a trilogy, which is 3 Connects put together into a super tent, then you'll put your center tightening strap on this D-ring, which will give it a lot more strength and pull them up in the middle. So you can see on the fly sheet that there's a couple of bat wings and a couple of attachment points, which you're more than welcome to peg out. But if it's really, really bad weather, you might want to use this feature where the fly sheet actually comes together underneath the tent by way of the toggles and loops, and forming a complete weather seal. So if it's really windy, it can't get you. So do that one there, and this one here, and you're pretty done.